Our question today has to do with Avengers, Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars, and the possible inclusion of Ultron.
Hey, John and crew, it's Gage from Indiana. So I'm actually currently watching Avengers Age of Ultron right now. And the question struck me, do you guys think we could see Ultron return in either Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars? Thanks, and bring on the filthy.
All right, Gage, thanks a lot for sending that in. And on the DC side for me, Man of Steel is the DC movie to me that gets better and better every time I watch it, right? If I were to say that the MCU had a counterpart to that, it's Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron is one of those, we were talking about this a few weeks ago, I think, that Age of Ultron is one of those Marvel movies that wasn't tremendously well received. Most people liked it, but wasn't tremendously well received. But as more and more time passes, we're finding more and more people are actually appreciating the movie. And I'm finding that for myself as well. The more I watch it, the more I like it. And the more themes I'm discovering in it that I really quite enjoy. Well, listen, one of the things, even though the movie wasn't super well received when it came out, was the character of Ultron, voiced by James Spader, which, of course, a little 6 degrees in here. Of course, Aaron Cummings was a co-star on Blacklist.
Guest star
on the Blacklist on one of the episodes, and which was always fun. So, and then when we had the animated series, the What If animated series come out, who was one of the main villains that whole thing kind of circled? It was Ultron. People still love Ultron.
Infinity Ultron.
Yeah,
so
Rob, let me throw it over to you here. We're talking a lot about, when we get into Kang Dynasty, particularly Secret Wars, about everybody who could show up. And basically, there's almost nobody who's on the list. Out of the list of who could show up, it's a limitless list. Where would you think Ultron lands on the list? Could you see them, with the story as it is and the way the movie universe is right now, could you see them bringing in Ultron for these?
100%. Because, Ultron in the comics constantly is getting resurrected and changed in different iterations of Ultron. And I think, John, I'm with you. I really think that Ultron gets better. Age of Ultron gets better every time I watch it. I think the end of the movie is disappointing. The fighting of all the Ultron bots. There's no great. It's the climax is somehow disappointing, especially coming after the Battle of New York against the Chitauri and Loki, which is surprising. It shouldn't be, but it kind of is, and I think that's why people. But the more you watch it, the character stuff, the stuff with Vision, the dinner party scene when the Avengers are having that dinner party.
Yeah, this was one of the best scenes in the MCU.
Yeah, there's great stuff in that movie, but Ultron, as James Spader as Ultron, is great. And I want to see him show up. So could he show up? I think he will, because there's 2 different Secret Wars. There's the original Secret Wars story in the 80s with the Beyonder. Then there's the Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars in the mid-aughts or the mid-teens that had Doom taking the powers of the Beyonders. And there's all kinds of shenanigans that they're going to have to caress these stories. And I think Ultron is a natural. I think Ultron absolutely, especially that they use him in What If. I mean, you got to love that. And Ultron can have any iteration. He could be rebuilt. Anybody could. Doom could. I don't know if Doom's going to be in Secret Wars, but Doom played a big part in both Secret Wars stories.
Yes,
so
he did. It's hard for me to imagine them not having Doom in there.
I know. So I would think that they have to use Ultron. Look, right now they're going to have a secret skirmish, because otherwise they have to bring in new characters. They have to bring in every character, every variant, they don't have enough characters. There's not even an Avengers team right now that we know of. So I think absolutely they've got to bring in, and what heavy hitter villains do they have left? If they're not going to bring in Ultron, Thanos from some other place? Who's going to be the big bad?
If you go to the comic story, right? I mean, Thanos, well, I have a hard time imagining that Thanos doesn't make an appearance.
I think he has to.
Yeah.
But they've got to. I think they're going to bring every single hero we've ever seen in the MCU, every villain, everyone is going to be in Secret Wars. Everyone.
All right.
Or iterations of everyone.
Guys, the question is for you. What do you think about that? Do you think that Ultron actually has a chance of showing up in the upcoming Avengers films. I mean, some people like Rob think absolutely, maybe some people think they won't. There's still some people that don't really have an appreciation for Age of Ultron. I think a lot of people are starting to grow their appreciation for it. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. If saving more and spending less is one of your top goals for 2023, why are you still paying insane amounts of money every month for your phone bill? Switching to Mint Mobile is the easiest way to save money this year. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton, with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. Guys, I have told you before that when I was on one of the major phone carriers, I was spending literally 3 times as much every month, and switching to Mint Mobile couldn't have been easier. So for people just looking to save some extra money this year, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. All plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily in just minutes with eSIM. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea.